What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. I've called this one Fasten Your Seatbelts. This could be a long one, so if you've got popcorn, your drinks ready, your coffee ready, your tea ready, your dinner ready, get ready, because this is time for a little bit of G-Man honesty moment. You know, we've all gone through interesting phases in 2021, ups and definitely some downs. We can all relate to certain instances, from losing a loved one, career changes, career losses, friends, family, work. Everything has just been up and down. But we can also relate to the affecting of COVID-19, the pressure of the vaccine, no vaccine, the pressure of lockdowns, curfews, all this jazz that is affecting so many people around the world. Everything has happened in this world for a reason, as they say. And we also often think to ourselves, why me? Why am I going through this phase? Some of us have had a good 2021. Some of us have had the worst 2021 ever. Myself included. I could definitely say that worst 2021. But what am I going to do to make it better? What am I going to do to turn the frown upside down? The year started off on the 1st of January 2021. I was sitting with my mates as the clock struck past 12 as we stayed over at a mate's house under curfew. And I sat with him and his girlfriend and I said, this is going to be the year. 2020, COVID, all that jazz. It wasn't a good year. 2021 was going to be the year. It was going to be the year that I saw all the successes happening. I had 4 goals. 1, get my health right, lose weight, get fit. 2, take this YouTube channel to another level and make a huge success of it. By getting in sponsors, by gaining more subscribers, by doing more positive stuff, and doing more sporting stuff, but with better backdrops, better equipment, better this and that. 3, to excel in my career and to do better and better and achieve my goals and dreams within my working career, my full-time job. And then 4, I wanted to find love. Now, as you all know, at the start of this year, I lost my grandfather, probably one of the biggest influences in my life. From a motivational, positive, confident side, I get that from him. For speaking in public, I get that from him. Not being affected by what others say about others, I got from him. When he passed away, a big part of me was lost, but I kept it to myself and held it in, which, let me tell you one thing, is not healthy. 2 months later, in the end of March, I had a mental breakdown. I fell in love with this person, and unfortunately, it just didn't work out. I fought long and hard for at least 3 to 4 months after to try and build something out of this. It just didn't work. Unfortunately, that person left to go for better opportunities with family and friends in another province. And I felt lost. I lost a good friend, and his sister was a very good friend. Still are good friends of mine. But it was hard. But it was technically the best thing that ever happened, because it allowed me to move on. It allowed me to focus on other things. But I had a mental breakdown because I thought this was it. G-Man finally finding happiness. Finally getting the dream of finding love for the right reasons. And for the first time for me to be happy in that perspective. Because all my mates right now, besides one, are all in relationships, are all happy, are all close and doing wonderful things. And although they treat me just the same and just like family, it's hard to always watch them. Because you want to be a part, you want to share the conversations. So that was that was goal number 4, which I didn't quite achieve just yet. But there's a long story to that as well. So out of the 4 goals I set myself this year, 1 I achieved. In the mix of my my grandfather going first, my grand also, funny enough, getting sick as well in this year, which, that was massive too in my life. In the middle of my mom getting sick too, by the way. Then the mental breakdown, the love loss, my mom getting diagnosed with cancer at the end of April, watching her deteriorate and suffer for 5.5 months with my family all around us, all of us going through this stuff together, by the way, obviously, and until she eventually sadly passed in October, a lot had happened. But I still stuck to my job. I still worked my arse off. I still achieved my goals that I wanted to do at work. Work was very important to me, but I want to give work a big shout out. They treated me like gold. They understood, they respected everything that went around me. When I needed time off, they gave me time off. When I needed leave, they gave me leave. They took a few responsibilities away from me just so I could spend more time with my mother. This was 5.5 months. And for that, I'm truly grateful to Volpe's, the home of linen, my company that I'm proudly working for, to my CEO, to the management, to my colleagues, to my friends as colleagues, for being there for me in one of the darkest times, and who are still there for me even to this day. You have your fallouts, you have your arguments, but you're still a tough, connected bunch, and I couldn't be more grateful to work with such a unit. We're approaching the biggest week of our careers, which is Black Friday, and it's massive for us in retail industry. Controlling an e-commerce store that was once nowhere until COVID happened is now one of the best stores. It's amazing what we've achieved, and I can't wait to achieve that with them this week. So for me, out of all the goals I'd set, work still stuck. Yes, there was ups and downs. Yes, there were moments that I was worried because of me not being always there. I could lose out. They could fire me. That never happened, and I'm truly will forever be grateful to them for that. Then we approached different stages in lives of ups and downs, and things are happening. We all went through different stages. I met new people. I made new friends. I was watching the world in a different place where I could see people were losing their jobs, how curfew was affecting so many businesses, restaurants, clubs out there that, give their dying earning salaries to just be out there and to live their dreams and to work. But to a curfew and how much they have been suffering. And it's heartbreaking to watch families deteriorate, families lose confidence, families get to a stage where they don't even know they could put food on the damn table. It is heartbreaking watching that, and I wish I could help every single person out there who have gone through these suffering pains. Because as much as I'm whining and complaining about how bad my life is, there are so many other people out there who are suffering through the same situations, if not worse. But yet they still come every day with a positive attitude. They still fight for their families and their friends. They still fight for their careers. They still fight the damn government who don't know how to make decisions or don't know what to do in these situations. And they still are putting a smile on their face. They are the true inspirations to this world, and they deserve more. If I was a billionaire, I would donate so much freaking money to these people because of the hard efforts that they're putting, whether it's a domestic worker to a freaking CEO in a business that could be failing due to COVID-19. You guys are true inspirations and deserve a flipping medal. The field workers, the plumbers, the construction, the electricians, all the people around the world that have gone through different stages. You've got the grocery guys, the hand pickers, the merchandisers. A lot of these people have all lost their jobs because of this damn pandemic. And if we manage to find things better, oh man. Anyway, so many people are suffering right now and have gone through so much pain and turned 2021 into the worst year right now. Now, there's not much one can say or do to give you the confidence or the boost that you need in order to achieve dreams. But all I can say is communicate. Let your message be heard. If you've got a goal or dream, tell someone. If you've got a worry or a pain in your body that you need to share it with someone. Depression and anxiety is real, guys. I have learned this so much, and particularly in recent months. I kept so much to myself. I still keep so much to myself. I'm not good at expressing my feelings or emotions. And in certain instances, I tend to snap, or I tend to have an outbreak, or I tend to break down, or I tend to go into a quiet mode. And it's not healthy. You got to communicate. You got to talk. You got to overcome the pain. And you got to do things that bring you out of your comfort zone. It's like there's a quote. It says, in life, I've made a lot of mistakes and I felt a lot of pain. But mistakes make you wiser and the pain makes you stronger. We just got to look at the life in a different way. We're going to face our challenges and fears in a different way. We can't allow them to overtake us. We can't allow them to destroy us. We have the power to overcome all those fears. We have the power to achieve our dreams in life. It starts with you. If a family member, a friend, acquaintance, a colleague, a stranger says you can't do it, go out there and prove them wrong. Make it your life's goal to prove that individual wrong. Because of having dwarfism, I've been told that there's so many things I can't do, and I've made it my life's goal to prove them wrong. Obviously, certain things I can't do, but there's a hell of a lot of things that I can do, and that I've done and achieved, and that has motivated me to do even more in life. Now this year, I'd almost decided to give up YouTube. I decided to almost give up motivational speaking. I decided to almost give up, being Gareth, for example. I lost the will to do the things I love. I lost my smile. I lost so much this year. But recently, my dad and I went on a father-son trip, and I used this trip as a place to reflect, regroup, and refocus, and get my head back into the gear it should be. And from Wednesday last week to Sunday midday, I was myself. The old Gareth. I was happy, I was positive, I was motivated. Yes, I know towards the end of the England-South Africa game, I got a little bit overboard. Forgive my passion and my biasness to South Africa, but that's another story. But I felt the fire. I felt the positivity. I felt the electricity, the passion again, which I haven't felt in almost a year. And to have felt that again was awesome. And it just goes to show that it's all within your mindset. You need to, one, surround yourself with people that love you, support you, and encourage you. Two, you need to believe in yourself and have the motivation and passion that you can achieve absolutely anything. Three, you can't let money be a factor. Four, you can't allow toxic indulgence to make you think you can do things better or be happier. For example, overindulging in alcohol or in other things to make you happier. That's not the answer. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. And even recently. We do stupid things because we think it's helping us, but at the end of the day, it's just making you worse. We've got to fix ourselves in our own way, in our own different instances. I know there are a lot of people that are still worried about me to this day. They're worried as if I'm going to overdo it one night out, or if I'm going to throw away this brilliant career I've built, if I'm going to do something silly that maybe lose my job, or if I'm going to do something stupid to break up a relationship or a friendship. One thing's for sure, I'm not going to allow that to happen. Yes, easier said than done, but I will do it because my head is in a better place. And why? Because I've got the best support system any person can ever ask for. And two, I've got great guardian angels watching me and keeping me motivated every day. Without my family or friends, I would not be here right now. And for them, I'll always be grateful. Two of my mates I've known for over 21 years. Other two or 11 years. Actually 4 or 11 years. And recently, you guys know Eugene, another mate of mine, about 3 or 4 years. And other mates along the road have also come and gone, but have been there for me through thick and thin. There's a lot that's been going on in this world, but it's having the surrounding of good people, strong people, that keeps you going, keeps you motivated, keeps you positive. And that's one thing I need to express to you guys that you need to do. Have them with you, keep them making you motivated. There's also been some successes in this year, not just negative. For me personally, I bought my first car. I finally got it modified for me. I was on television again during the British and Irish Lions tour. I was selected on the Springbok ad, and then the Springbok show recognized me and got me on their show. There's a possibility that I'll be a flag bearer in 2022. Um, my career has gone up. I've gained new friends and followings. A best friend of mine recently got promoted after all the hard work she's done, and she's been a massive influence in my life, and I couldn't be prouder of you. My other best mate has recently become a father, blessing to this world in a time when we need happiness. My cousin gave birth to a beautiful girl as well this year. There's been a lot of positives that's come out of 2021. But unfortunately, we're too busy focusing on the negatives, and that's all in our minds that we need to get out. We've been through a lot, and we all deserve medals. We've conquered, we've failed, but we've also got back up. And if you're watching this right now, you got back up and something that went wrong in your life. And I encourage you to continue doing that. Find your passion, find your love. You know, my biggest thing right now is for one, to get my health sorted. And I'm on the verge. I've lost 6.5 Ks. I was diagnosed with sleep apnea about 2 months ago, and I'm finally starting to sleep better on the machine. Although gym, unfortunately, I can't afford right now, I'm doing things at home that is better, that is helping me get through. I had a free contract with gym, but unfortunately due to COVID that was cancelled. So I'm now trying to make a plan at home in order to achieve those goals. I have learnt a lot this year. I have taken strain financially because of past bad decisions that I made 3 to 4 years ago. Taking out stupid loans and thinking you were rich on cloud nine, flying to places, going on holiday, buying toys, overindulging, doing things you shouldn't be doing, and you end up 2 years later in the shit repaying these damn things. But just yesterday I went to go seek help, and I'm now working on bettering my financial situation. I relied heavily on YouTube because YouTube would be the factor that would help pay my debts that overcome, so I could at least have money to spend, to go out, to do things with family, to do things with friends, and etc., etc., and to also help others who needed help. But obviously the past 2 months I've been off YouTube, so that income has been gone, which set me back quite a bit, which is one of the reasons what inspired me to go seek help, to better myself, better my attitude, and to do things more responsibly. I am at an age where I'm soon need to be out of this house. My dad and I are living together now. Will have an opportunity to move into a smaller place at a way cheaper cost. I don't want him to worry about me and to worry about himself financially. I want him to be able to live life to the full. He deserves it. He's had a shit year too. He's had a hell of a lifespan of successes and tough times. He deserves to end off on a good note, and I want the best for him. And hopefully when YouTube takes over, I can repay all the favors that they have done for me over the past. And I need to get my own place. I need to move out. I need to become independent. And I'm already on that verge. I've got the car. So there are successes, there are moves forward for me. But it's still going to take 3 to 5 years to recover. And I will. And I will. But again, we mustn't allow those dark situations, those dark times, be the end of us, be the finish point of us. We can overcome it. We just need to seek help, ask for assistance, ask for guidance, talk to your mates, talk to your friends. Just recently, about 2 months, 3.5 months ago, almost 3 months actually, I met one of my best friends, randomly at a random night, day out, with friends and family at the local pub hotspots, which a lot of you streamers who will join me know. And I got to know her and her family very well. Became an extremely close friend of mine to this day. You know, you get close, you fall in love again and all that stuff. But right now, we're not in a position to, well, I might be, but she's not quite ready yet for further commitment. Been through a lot of heartbreak this year as well, so have I. and we are both rebuilding, recovering. Like I said, I've got 3 to 5 years to get my head right. She's got 3 to 5 years to do the same in her own life and career and dreams and goals. But we find a friendship at the right time to guide us both in tough situations. And it's just amazing how if we allow life to just sit back, and this wasn't planned, this wasn't asked for. I've known them for a while, but I've never got to know them. And one random day, after a Saturday that was a very tough Saturday for me, personally, mentally, the Sunday we all went out and I met this family and a crazy night out. But ever since, we've grown extremely close and they've been a big influence in helping me. She came into my life at the darkest time and actually turned on the light to make me see things better. And I'm forever grateful to her for that. And it just goes to show, at the start of this year, January, Feb, I was had strong feelings for someone, but unfortunately, she's in the middle of massive studies and work. It just didn't work out. Obviously, I was ready for commitment. She wasn't. She's got another 2 to 3 years of study. Didn't work out, which was sad because it was a great thing that was building up. But I had moved on. And then I met this other friend of mine who I obviously fell for, and that unfortunately didn't work out. She wasn't keen on a relationship and all that stuff, which broke me because I thought we were very close, but still good friends. And like I said, she's moved on to further her to life and stuff in Johannesburg, and I'm mostly in PE. And then I met this new person who's just completely turned my life upside down. And the reason why I'm mentioning it to you guys is because you've got to allow people to get into your life and not hide things. There are very few people who can read me. Actually, I think there's a lot of people who can read me, but there's very few who can tell when, in times that are not me. She's actually one of them, and although she's known me for 3 months, she reads me like a hawk. My buddy Zayn, Chantal and Yuri, and Dippy, they can read me like anything, and they can see right through me. I can't tell you how many weird occasions that we've had this year where I have been on the verge of breaking down or in tears, and someone has turned up behind me in support. My gran fell and broke her hip, and it was in the middle of my mom being, about 2 weeks after my mom's brain surgery. So we were all already in a state. My best friend Chantal was right behind me. I sat on the floor outside, and I was about to, I did start crying, and I needed someone with me. And her and Yuri walked up behind me, and it was like sent from heaven above. Another situation was going through a rough time this year, and my buddy Zayn was behind me. Out of randomness, we bumped into each other. I had a chat, and it was just a chat I needed. It's amazing how in life, certain times, certain things come to you in the darkest of times, and it's happened like 5 times with Chantal and Yuri. It's quite scary, and a lot of times when a mate of yours will pick up the phone and check in, how are you, G? And it's like, this is the person I actually wanted to hear from. That's happened so many times this year, and it's amazing to have that support system. So I encourage you, keep your friends, family close. They're the ones who keep you going. And then, like I said, met this girl and her family, and they have been there for me every Sunday. It's tradition now. We get together on a Sunday, play a little bit of temper bowling, go have a few toots, and just end the night off peacefully. And it's become a phenomenal tradition, and we've become very close. And I love them to bits. They're like my family as well. And I'm so proud and grateful to have them in my circle of people who are there for me and who stick for me. And just going to share another personal story with you, and I do apologize, I'm gabbling, and probably 10 people will watch this full video, but hey, it's going to help someone out, is that in these times of getting to know this person, I've had a few anxiety attacks, and where I've gone into a state where I start shaking, I get rattled, I probably will drink something like cool drink, which I shouldn't be drinking, and I get into a state of panic, and I don't know how to always get out of it. And it's only happened 3 or 4 times in this past month and a half, but when it's happened, it's not. it ticks me off because it's not me, and I don't want people to think that's the real me, which I know they know. But having someone there who understands or who can read you is so important because they help you get through it and they help you get out of those dark places. And I can only just pressure you guys to do the same. Surround yourself with those who love and care for you. If you don't have them, go find them. If you've broken relationships off due to fights or silliness, go sort them out. Life is fragile. We need to have people in our lives to keep us going, especially now when we're at our loneliest because of a pandemic, because of financial crisis, because of all the negativity that's going on in the world. We need to find these people to comfort us, to take care of us, to motivate us, to inspire us. It's important, man. And I can only hope and wish for your guys' sake that you could do the same with me because without those people in my life, I don't know where I'd be. I've had very dark thoughts over the past year. You asked the question, what would life be like without me? You've asked the questions, is it really worth me being around? You have the thoughts of why me? And I know it's scary, and I know it's probably petrifying for some people watching this right now thinking, Gareth's having these thoughts. Gareth's done this. But you know what? I believe in honesty. And by talking about this and making it public, because my life's already public, it's going to hopefully help someone else one day who might be going through the same things. I've received tons of messages of people thanking me for being so honest and open. And I'm going to do that more and more going forward. If shit hits the fan and I ever fall out, I will talk about it. And I will come right from it. But hopefully it won't happen. Because right now I'm focusing on the new me. The me who is going to lose weight. The me who is going to find love. The me who is going to do better at my job. And the me who is going to take this YouTube channel to another level. There's been so many other great YouTubers out there that I've watched grow and develop in this year. I couldn't be happier for them. I know I've dropped. I've dropped a long way. I'm on almost 23 subscribers, 23,000. Whereas I could have been at 30, I could have been at 40, 50 if I put in the effort. But unfortunately, I just wasn't in the right mindset. I lost faith and interest in this business. But now I'm going to get back into it. And I'm going to push harder. And although they're ahead of me and it's going to be harder to fight, I will still keep going and still be me. And I will never change that. My streams will still be the same as they always are. My previews and recaps will still be the same they are. Until this thing can financially keep me stable where I can get a decent set of equipment and a backdrop and a studio and all that jazz. Until then, it's normal Gareth. And for me, I think that's okay. I've built this channel on a cell phone, on a little tripod, on a cheap version mic set, on, an old school laptop. This year's the first year where I managed to get an upgrade. And even though it's not the top dog thing, it's still something. I managed to do things. And I'm proud of it. There have been successes, there have been positivities within this year, and I hope there have been for you too. But if you're in a dark space, a negative space right now, I encourage you, seek help, seek guidance, seek assistance, talk. Don't be afraid to share your story. Don't be afraid to share your emotions. Don't be afraid to share your pain. Because if you keep the pain in, you're just going to feel worse and worse and then do stuff that you're not proud of. Do stuff you're proud of. Take life to the next level. And don't allow your critics to take over. I know there's question marks about me already in life's decisions with the choices that I'm recently making. But I don't care what other people think because it's making me happy. And that's what is important right now, is that I'm happy. It's my life. It's my life's choices. But allow them to give you advice. Allow them to share your thoughts. Allow them to be positive. If they're negative, if they're rude, cast them aside. But allow them to share their knowledge with you. So in time, you can use their advice if needed. Or if time, they can use your advice too. So stay positive. Stay motivated. Chase your dreams. Follow your hearts. And don't allow anyone to tell you differently. I'm proud of you all. I'm grateful for you all. And I thank you all. And I love you all for all the support and guidance you've given me. This is the longest video I've ever done. But I needed to do it. I needed to talk. I needed to let this out. And even if there's 10 people watching, till now, I thank you and love you so much because you're the ones who've been there for me through thick and thin. If you skip through, fully understand that too. It's a long ass video. But I needed to create this for me. I needed to create this for you. Because I needed to talk about my financial strains right now. I needed to talk about my heartbreak that I needed motivation and advice for. My failures, my disappointments, depression, anxiety. It's okay to talk about these things. The more you talk about it, the more you're helping someone else. So, having said that, I thank you, I appreciate you all, and I hope that things get better and easier for you if you're going through a rough time. And if things are currently going well, another success story is mates of mine just bought a house. Amazing stuff. Sorry, random thought, but I know you're probably watching and will laugh at me now for saying that. But so many good things are happening. There's so many dreams and goals that people are having. My other mate has got a goal to get like a farm type thing, which is amazing for him. Other mates are planning this and that. It's just, there's excitement. There's positivity. We need to just go and fulfill it and succeed in it. There's a lot of good out there, guys. We need to just stick to it. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope I haven't bored you. I hope you enjoyed your coffee, your drink, your tea, your popcorn, or whatever you did. And I apologize for keeping you so busy. But I only did this video, and I hope you did too. So, yeah. That's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys soon for another one. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.